Greetings, adventurers. Today we're going to dive deep into the Inspiring Leader feat in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. This guide will cover everything you need to know to turn yourself into the motivational muse your party needs to achieve epic victory. In fantasy stories, pivotal moments often come when a hero rises up to rally their downtrodden allies with an inspiring speech that ignites their courage. Gandalf lifting the spirits of Helm's Deep, Jon Snow empowering the Night's Watch before battle, William Wallace rousing the Scots with the cry, "They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom." In D&D, you can capture this classic scene and unleash your inner Braveheart by taking the Inspiring Leader feat. This guide will explain the Inspiring Leader mechanics, why it's so powerful, best character builds for it, tactics to maximize its impact, how to roleplay inspiring speeches, and more. Let's get started. First, what does the Inspiring Leader feat actually even do? The mechanics are straightforward. You'll spend 10 minutes, about the length of a typical coach's locker room speech, delivering inspirational words up to 6 willing creatures within 30 feet who can hear and understand you. If your speech is sufficiently motivating, each creature gains temporary hit points equal to your level, plus your charisma modifier. Now, this temporary HP buffer lasts until they finish a short or long rest. So in the hands of a charismatic hero, the Inspiring Leader produces a powerful, morale-boosting effect comparable to scenes in movies like 300, Rudy, Remember the Titans, Miracle, and more. Now, your inspiring words empower your allies just when they need it most. Now, why is this feat so good? There are a few key reasons. First, the Inspiring Leader scales incredibly well into the higher levels. At first level, it may only grant 6 temporary HP, but at the 10th level, you could be dishing out 15 temporary HP and 20 and beyond that. This massively outpaces spells like heroism. But second, you can target your whole adventuring party with this ability for a huge combined HP buffer. At the 10th level, with a 6-person party, you could grant 90 temporary HP. That's as much HP as an actual hill giant. Think about that. This is extra padding. It's just excellent for helping fragile party members, like rogues and wizards, avoiding going unconscious to begin with. Keeping allies up even one more round is huge. It also enables much more aggressive tactics, since the party can take bigger risks when they have that buffer. More confident, leaping into the combat, charging recklessly, weathering opportunity attacks, and more. Additionally, Inspiring Leader frees up actions for healers like clerics and druids. With their party strengthened, they can spend actions on things besides healing. Lastly, there is no limit on uses per day, as long as your party is willing to keep listening to repeated speeches. You can keep dishing out temporary HP. Now that's motivational speaking. Clearly, Inspiring Leader offers tremendous bang for your buck. But which characters benefit the most from this feat? There are a few standout options. First, there are charisma-based spellcasters, bards, sorcerers, paladins, and warlocks, since they prioritize charisma already. But the Inspiring Leader comes online without sacrificing any spell power. It's a perfect fit. Next up are your fighter characters with their extra ASIs. Fighters can more easily afford the Inspiring Leader feat tax, even if charisma isn't their focus. They'll still reap that beefy scaling temporary HP benefit. Rogues also can appreciate Inspiring Leader, since they often serve as the party face and therefore invest in charisma. Their abundant expertise ensures success on inspiring speeches too. Finally, races that begin with a first level feat like variant humans and custom lineage can grab Inspiring Leader right away, at level 1 to maximize their access to it. For classes like Rangers and Monks and Barbarians, who are ability score dependent, Inspiring Leader may be too expensive unless you specifically build for it. But for charismatic leaders, it's phenomenal. Alright, now you've chosen your Inspiring Champion. Now how do you use this feat most effectively? Here are some key tips. First, time your inspiring words strategically. Use them right before major battles where that buffer will be most impactful. Wait until the final moments as your party prepares to breach that vampire lord's crypt or kicks down the door to the beholder's sanctum. Position yourself within 30 feet of all beneficiaries. 2. So your inspiration reaches the whole party. If any allies are already injured from earlier fights, target them first so they don't immediately drop. Now combine your inspiring speech with other temporary HP sources when possible, like spells, bardic inspiration, or the tough feat. Inspired and tough, now we're talking. And you don't just drone on generically. Make your inspiring words dramatic and customized to your party's motivations. Does greed drive them? Glory? Revenge? Duty? Tailor your pitch accordingly. Paint vivid word pictures of triumph over foes. Highlight each ally's specific heroic strengths that will lead them to victory. And invite other PCs to join the inspirational speech in a back and forth call and response style. This collaborative role-playing is amazingly fun and forges an unbreakable bond between characters. Now, Inspiring Leader does have some limitations. The 10-minute setup time is restrictive and won't always be feasible right before the battle. Temporary HP also doesn't stack, so you can't compound Inspiring Leader with itself or similar abilities. And it doesn't heal characters who are already wounded. But with the proper planning and communication, you can mitigate most of the downsides, and your DM will likely appreciate more dramatic role-playing. Now, even if you have to counter it by increasing encounter difficulty, that back and forth is part of the fun. Lastly, let's look at a few case studies of iconic inspirational speeches from pop culture that we can emulate. Of course, there's William Wallace's rousing the Scots with cries of, "They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom," in Braveheart before battle. King Leonidas stirring his Spartans by bellowing, "Tonight we dine in hell," in 300 as they prepare to face the insurmountable Persian numbers. Coach Taylor inspiring his ragtag football team that "clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose," in Friday Night Lights, binding them together as blood brothers. Rocky Balboa telling Adrian, "I can't do it without you," and Rocky, powerfully demonstrating that true strength comes from fighting for the love and the support of others. Rudy echoing his teammates' hearts, "You're so full of crap. You're 5 nothing, 100 and a nothing, and you got hardly a speck of athletic ability, and you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years, and you're also gonna walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself." Imagine delivering these goosebump-raising, tear-jerking words in a fantasy context to your D&D party. How empowering! With the right inspiration, your band of heroes can accomplish any quest, defeat any foe, and complete the mightiest of deeds. And that wraps up this extensive guide to unleashing epic inspiration in D&D with the Inspiring Leader feat. Study history's greatest motivators, become your party's own King Leonidas or William Wallace, binding them together as blood brothers, ready to seize their shared destiny. With your invigorating words and unflinching leadership, you'll inject newfound vigor and resolve into your adventuring party right when they need it the most. So stand tall, raise that sword skyward, and bellow to the heavens, your party's finest hour awaits. Now let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about the inspiring leadership in D&D. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this guide, subscribe for more 5e content, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and may your adventures be legendary.